Welcome to the Explainer. You know, if you've ever felt just a little bit uneasy about letting an AI touch your local files or write code without supervision, you are exactly who we're talking to today. We're exploring KasperOS. It's a desktop application that acts as a rock-solid, reliable runtime for your local software development projects. It's literally built for people who actually have to live with the consequences of what an AI does. Okay, let's dive right into this. With a lot of unpredictable AI agents out there right now, you basically pull the lever and just hope for a good result. KasperOS treats AI completely differently. It acts as structural infrastructure built fundamentally on safety, predictability, and total human control. It's a power tool for your workflows, not a game of chance. So, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover 1. The AI trust problem. 2. The 3 safety pillars. 3. Starting a project. 4. Approving tasks. 5. Tabs versus threads. And finally, 6. Auditing with GhostVault. Let's get into it. Section 1. The AI trust problem. Moving past black boxes. The current generation of AI tools has this scary reality that nobody really wants to talk about. They often do things you didn't authorize, in places you literally can't see, and in ways you simply cannot reproduce. I mean, that's fine for toys, but it's a disaster for real work. There's a stark contrast when we look at how to actually solve this. A standard AI chat, it acts like a slot machine. It acts first, it can loop forever, burning through your API credits, and it leaves absolutely no trail of what it did. KasperOS, on the other hand, enforces structural approval, tightly bounded loops, and records a full database audit of every single action it takes. Section 2, 3 pillars of safety: human control, trails, and determinism. If you have any anxiety whatsoever about letting AI touch your projects, consider this your structural antidote. KasperOS solves 3 core problems directly. First, no human in the loop. KasperOS structurally forces a human approval gate before anything happens. Second, no audit trail. KasperOS writes every single utterance, plan, and action straight to a local SQLite database called GhostVault. And third, no determinism. It validates and rejects malformed plans before they even have a chance to start. So what does determinism actually mean for you? Well, in serious infrastructure, hoping that it worked yesterday just isn't a strategy. Determinism is the principle where the exact same input produces the exact same plan and executes the exact same way every single time without random deviation. KasperOS guarantees this by penning its schemas and using strictly bounded repair loops. And this brilliantly illustrates why KasperOS is built for serious builders. Think of this deterministic engine like a highly reliable assembly line in a factory. This isn't a creative writing exercise, right? It's an execution engine. You want exactly what you expect coming off that belt every single time, safely and reliably. Section 3. Starting your first project. Building your local safe space. Let's walk through a super practical, hands-on guide for setting up your very first project directory. Setting things up is incredibly straightforward. Step 1, you just choose an approved location on your machine. Step 2, you pick a template, maybe an empty repo or a static React app. And step 3, scaffold the safe folder. The workspace pane features this really intuitive Create Repo wizard that securely scaffolds the local repository for you, making absolutely sure no arbitrary or unsafe file system writes can occur. Once your project is scaffolded, managing your files and project scripts is strictly governed. The workspace pane uses specific sandbox routes with clear read-only versus full access permissions. It also features dirty buffer protections, meaning it won't just silently discard your unsaved drafts, and it requires explicit save confirmations. Long story short, the AI simply cannot bypass your root permissions. Section 4. Approving and executing tasks. The workflow engine in action. Now that we have our safe workspace, let's see how Kodii, that's the fixed AI persona within KasperOS, actually gets work done under your uncompromising supervision. It's like a mini story of empowerment. At second 1, Kodii suggests a potential action. By minute 1, Kodii generates a structured, transparent plan. At minute 2, that plan hits a wall, the structural user approval gate. It literally waits for your keys. Only at minute 3, if you explicitly say yes, does the runtime bridge execute those deterministic steps locally. Section 5. Tabs versus persistent threads. Organizing your AI's brain. The user interface here intentionally organizes information so nothing important is ever accidentally lost or confused. You'll want to remember this distinction. Browser tabs, those are ephemeral. They're just temporary, live context. Persistent threads, however, are OS-level, durable conversations with Kodii, securely backed by the GhostVault database. meaning closing a browser tab will never ever delete your Kodii conversation. Here is the golden rule. Live context disappears unless you attach it. But you can explicitly attach workspace files or browser snapshots directly to Kodii's thread. Once it's attached, that context survives app restarts. It becomes a permanent part of that specific conversation's memory. Section 6. Auditing with GhostVault, your persistent paper trail. This brings us to the final piece of our factory tour. Imagine a clipboard where every single action, plan, and result is meticulously recorded for your review. That's your persistent paper trail. The GhostVault browser acts as your ultimate dashboard for monitoring project progress. You can easily walk through and check execution logs, step events, attached context, and workflow traces. It gives you complete, read-only transparency into what the AI did without exposing any destructive database controls. You always know exactly what ran. So the crucial point is that you completely own this data. If you ever need to review it externally, it's so simple. Step 1, open the thread manager. Step 2, select the thread you want to export. And step 3, export it as a raw JSON file or a highly readable Markdown transcript. You can share your audit trail with anyone instantly. And why does all of this matter? Well, because if you can't prove what happened, you absolutely cannot deploy it for real work. Whether you're a bank, a hospital, or just a solo builder managing local scripts, you need an absolute audit trail to prove a human approved the action. KasperOS makes sure the answer to that is always yes. So I'll leave you with this final provocative thought. Are you ready to stop gambling with your workflows and start building with a serious local runtime? KasperOS empowers you to run AI safely, deterministically, and with total transparency. Thank you so much for joining this explainer. I highly encourage you to go set up your first safe project today.